Honor High. I'm Roy, and welcome to Cooking with Roy. Cooking with Culinary, KTIG's special cooking show. Today we have Chef Alexis, our guest chef from Culinary, here to share with us our brand new recipe. This week they'll be making homemade bread, so stay tuned for today's edition of Cooking with Culinary. So today Alexis is going to be showing us how to make this awesome recipe. Will you start by explaining to us what exactly we're going to be making today?
Today we're going to be making just white bread. You'll need 2 packages of active dry yeast, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 2.5 cups of warm water, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 6.5 cups of bread flour.
All right.
So we're going to start with our yeast. And your warm water. First, you're gonna put your sugar in with your warm water. You wanna make sure it's warm and not hot. Otherwise, your yeast will die if it's too hot.
Your yeast will die? The
Yes.
yeast is alive?
The yeast is, yes, living actually.
Oh.
So you're gonna add your 3 tablespoons of sugar. And the sugar helps the yeast bloom easier. And the yeast kind of eats at the sugar, which is why we put it in here.
Oh, okay. So we're like making little bacteria. This is like science class.
This is science.
Biology classes. Listen up. Okay, you're gonna use this.
Now you're gonna add your 2 packets of yeast. And make sure you mix it into your sugar water completely till it dissolves and it's just all looks murky. You can use a whisk. I'm just using the tablespoon because it'll bloom either way. It doesn't really matter. After that's all mixed, you're gonna put that to the side and let it bloom. You'll know when it's bloomed because you'll smell it, and also, how do I explain it? You'll smell the yeast, and you'll see like what a lot of people call fireworks.
Fireworks?
They call it fireworks.
They call it fireworks? Oh.
Yeah, because you'll see like the yeast, and it will just like it looks like it's exploding under the water. It's not like actually exploding, but it kind of looks like...
It's like a little 4th of July celebration right in the yeast.
Now you're gonna take and just get your dry ingredients ready for whenever it's ready. And you're gonna add your 6.5 cups of flour. I'm just gonna gradually add this in so that I don't make a big mess.
So is this the regular flour or like special kind of flour?
This is bread flour, which is usually made for bread, because every flour is different. Like some of them are finer than others. You can use all-purpose flour. This recipe just called for bread flour because it just is going to make your flour better. I mean, your bread better. Now you're going to add your 1 tablespoon of salt with your flour. And we add it into the flours because whenever you put salt in with your yeast, it actually kills your yeast.
Oh, so sugar makes the yeast alive,
yes,
but salt kills it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeast is very, very sensitive. So now I'm just mixing in my dry ingredients so that whenever my yeast is ready, we can just add it in and it can start kneading.
Well, I am learning so much today. This is looking great. Make sure to stay tuned to see what is next right after this quick break.
Oh, it's that guy. With his ugly face.
Why is that guy staring at me again? He's such a jerk in class.
I wonder if I just bump into him right now. God, I didn't punch him. That would have been really, really bad, man.
And we're back. So next up, Alexis is going to be showing us how to make the rest of the recipe. Let's jump right in.
So now you're gonna take your bloomed yeast sugar mixture and you're gonna throw it in your mixer, all of it.
So Alexis, I have a question. What happens if you just don't bloom the yeast?
Then your bread is not gonna rise and you're not gonna have fluffy bread.
Yikes.
You're gonna start to slowly incorporate the dry with your wet so that you're gonna use a dough hook as well so that it slowly incorporates the flour in. And then just continue to slowly speed up your mixer because the mixer is gonna do all the hard work for you, and just knead it, which takes anywhere from like 8 to 10 minutes, and develop the gluten. And the gluten is what gives your bread its structure. Now that our dough is pretty much all mixed together, you're just gonna take it off your hook, and you'll know it's done because it kind of sticks to everything, but it also tears off easily. And you can see like all the like bubbles in it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna put this, you're gonna knead it, or you can knead it hand, but since we just knead it, we don't really need to. But now we can just shape it to be whatever we want. But for us, we're gonna shape it to be just a loaf. You're gonna tuck in your sides, make sure they're all tucked in because you don't want those to expand, and just push it down. Make sure you're working on a floured surface.
So after this, how long will it take to bake this thing?
Only about 30 minutes, or just until you see it's golden brown, and like if you want, you can stick a toothpick in it, and if it comes out clean, you'll know it's done. Now that our loaf is formed, we're gonna put it in our loaf pan. And normally you're gonna wanna let it proof for like another 30 minutes, and you'll see it expand in your loaf pan. And if you're gonna form it again, or like braid it or something, you're also gonna let it proof like that after you braided it, and then.
So what is proofing?
Proofing is basically whenever you let the dough rise.
Oh, so
It's
you
just a fancy
you just
word
leave it
for it.
alone.
Yeah, you
It's
just
just a
leave it
fancy
alone.
way of saying I'll leave it alone for a sec.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
We are going to take one more quick break to see what is going on here at CHS. Make sure to stay tuned to see us taste the finished product.
We want to congratulate Ms. Martinez for being nominated as Teacher of the Week by Patricia Becerra. Make sure to fill out the Google form on KTIG News to nominate one of your favorite teachers. In honor of Women's History Month, we wanted to talk a little bit about Alice Paul. Paul was born on January 11th, 1885 in Mount Laurel Township, New Jersey. She is a suffragist, feminist, and women's rights activist, and one of the main leaders and strategists of the campaign for the 19th Amendment, which would grant women the right to vote. She attended Swarthmore College, where she graduated with a biology degree. She also attended what is now Columbia University and earned her Master of Arts degree in sociology, and she also earned her PhD from the University of Pennsylvania in 1910. She spent her life advocating for women's suffrage and equal rights all the way until she passed on July 9th of 1977. Love to dance? Want to be a golden girl? Tryout packets are now available in the front office, and you can apply online at www.chsgoldengirls.com. There's a mandatory tryout meeting March 1st at 6:30 p.m. in the cafeteria. You and your parent or guardian must be present at this meeting in order to try out.
The Conroe Jazz Band is looking for wind and rhythm players for the 2022 to 2023 school year. We're looking for groovy swinging cats. Everybody will be considered no matter your musical background. QR codes are posted throughout the school. Be sure to scan them to access the interest form. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Hernandez located in the band halls. Interested in investing? Mrs. Wilson is looking for teams of 3 to 5 students to play the stock market game in the Capitol Hill Challenge. Teams will create an investment portfolio and compete against other students across the country. Informational meeting Tuesday, March 1st, or visit Mrs. Wilson in room 120. Join us for our first ever CHS Power Puff. Girls sign up to play flag football, boys sign up to be cheerleaders and assistant coaches. There will be one team for each grade and limited spots, so don't wait. Scan the QR code on the flyers and TV or come visit us during lunch. Bragging rights are on the line.
This week's College of the Week is Prairie View A&M. This college is located in an HBCU located in Prairie View, Texas, which is about an hour away from Conroe. It was first established in 1876 during the Reconstruction period after the Civil War and is now part of the Texas A&M system. The university offers majors in areas such as nursing, agriculture, and architecture, and has a state-of-the-art mock stock market building for business majors. Prairie View A&M has more than 150 clubs or organizations for students to get involved in, including Greek Life and the Leadership Institute. Prairie View A&M has something for everyone.
All right, guys, let's plate and taste.
All right. Just came out of the oven.
Looks
Take a
delish.
serrated knife. Sawing motion.
So, Alexis, what do you usually like on your bread?
I love to just put butter and salt.
Wow,
I love it
okay.
really simple, or I do honey butter. Those
Real
are my
simple.
2 favorite.
I'm a bit of a Nutella guy myself. I like Nutella on everything. Either Nutella or cheese.
Oh yeah, cheese is really good, especially when it's baked on. And now you have your homemade bread.
All right, let's taste it. That's soft.
Very soft. Good.
The outside is crunchy. That is amazing. Well, guys, that's all the time we have for Cooking with Culinary. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope this is something you can easily make for yourself at home. Just look in the description below for the recipe. Make sure to stay tuned to KTIG's YouTube channel for another episode of Cooking with Culinary coming soon. And don't forget, soy sauce, the secret ingredient to any of this is love.